Welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I am going to be joined here shortly by Athletic Director Tanner Carlson. We are live tonight from Central City, where the Wildcats have their first home game of the season, and they are hosting Prince of Peace. The Irish come into tonight's contest at 6-6, and the Wildcats come into tonight's contest with a 4-7 record. It is a Tri-River Conference opener, I believe, for both teams. So all the games so far that they've played up to this point were tournaments and some non-conference games. So again, tonight is going to be the home opener and the Tri-Rivers Conference season tip-off for both teams. I have to apologize, I've got a little cough, so hopefully that doesn't affect too much. And why isn't this working? All right, welcome Wildcat fans. Hopefully everybody out there can hear me. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I'm going to be joined tonight by Tanner Carlson, who's tied up right here for a second. So we're going to go ahead, and coming in, as I mentioned, this is the Wildcats home opener. They're hosting Prince of Peace. The Irish come into tonight's contest with a 6-6 record. And Central City starts it up at 4-7. The Wildcats, again, I mentioned the Wildcats and Prince of Peace have been playing like a non-conference schedule, so tonight is the Tri-Rivers Conference opener for both teams. So just kind of looking at the stats quick, we've got about 8 minutes to go here before we start. And we got Prince of Peace out on the court right now. They're in their white shirts with blue sleeves and gold down the side and blue tights. And then we've got the Wildcats in their new red uniforms with black and white going down the sleeves and black on the sides and then black shorts. So they're looking pretty sharp out there. They're currently waiting as Prince of Peace has their turn at the court. Got a little decent crowd here tonight. Prince of Peace is all the way from Clinton all the way from Clinton, and so they don't have a lot of fans, but I told them that we are doing this live, so hopefully we got some Prince of Peace people out there listening in, as well as some Wildcat fans. Again, we're switched things up and we're using a YouTube channel, but we are still sponsored by Next Bank. Next Bank, what are you saving for? Whether it's retirement, your child's education, a new car, or just a rainy day, Next Bank has the right savings account for whatever's next for you. Next Bank is committed to help you achieve what's next for your financial dreams. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we always want to give a special shout out to Next Bank for being our sole sponsor of the Wildcat Sports channel. And we're pretty excited to do this. We've changed it up a little bit, so hopefully everybody's figuring out our new system here. And we're still trying to figure out some things, so hopefully everything sounds good out there. So the Wildcats come into tonight, and kind of a veteran staff or a veteran team this year for the Wildcats. They've got 3 seniors and looks like 5 juniors. So a lot of experience out there. Some of these kids have been playing now for 2 or 3 years. So just kind of looking at quick at some of the stats. Emma Fritcher is the setter who's done majority of the setting so far this year, and so obviously she's leading the team with 88 assists. Leading the team in blocks is going to be sophomore Sarah Reed. She's got 18 blocks coming in, solo blocks, I guess, coming into tonight, and then 11 assists. So Sarah's got a total of 29 blocks on the season. And second is going to be Elise Skelton. Elise has got 24 total blocks. And then third is going to be Emma Fritcher, who gets some blocks out of that front row position when she's setting in the front row. And she's got 19 blocks on the season. So those are kind of the way things are shaking out in the block department. As far as attacks go, looks like we've got total kills on the team. It looks like we are led by Sarah Reed. Again, Sarah's a sophomore, and she did get some playing time last year. Then Lacey Hennigan is second in kills with 23, and Emma Fritcher 21, and Elise 20. So those are our top 4 hitters as far as that goes. And then serving, looks like for serving we've got, I don't know, I'm looking at these stats and trying to make sense of them. I don't even know. Looks like we have some people who need to work on their serving. Just gonna throw that, unless the way I'm looking at this isn't right. We don't have very high service things. So anyway, we've got Emma Fritcher's got 12 ace serves, and Sarah Reed's got 11. So I'm just gonna leave it there at that. We'll talk about, I guess we'll see how they serve tonight. Just Prince of Peace comes in, and they have one senior on their team. And it looks like they've got several juniors, 4 juniors. So take a quick look at just their stats here. They're led in kills by Annabelle Blunt, and she's got 70 kills. And then we have Lily Eisenhower, a sophomore, with 53 kills for the Irish. So looks like we're going to have to key on those 2 people. Looks like I'm being joined live here. Can you hear me, Mr. Carlson? How about you talk?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, and I can hear you.
All right.
All right, I'm joined by Mr. Carlson here. He's taking care of some of his AD duties, and now he's going to be on the headset here at the Wildcat Sports broadcast. His first broadcast of the year, right?
First broadcast of the year.
Nice.
First home volleyball game of the year.
Yeah. Just talking a little bit, it looks like for Prince of Peace, they've got 2 kids that are pretty big hitters here, Annabelle Blunt and Lily Eisenhower. So the Wildcats are going to, when they're in the front row, are going to really have their hands full with those 2. They're going to have to make sure they identify them.
Have you talked about, we kind of looked at the records earlier.
Yep.
There's no common opponents for the 2 teams here, so we were kind of looking to see if we could find something on that, but we didn't have any direct correlation there.
And this is the opening of the Tri-Rivers Conference, right?
We've played tournament games against some conference teams,
right,
but this is the first actual conference standings game. So be exciting. I think kind of looking at both teams' records, you could see if they look like they could be a good game tonight. Could be pretty balanced. So
yeah, and so I was just kind of looking at Prince of Peace. They've got 2 big hitters that we're going to have to really know where they're at, and they've got a couple good servers there. They got 2 girls that are serving in the 90%. So
yeah,
and I don't know if our coach either doesn't have the stats updated, but our serving's not so hot. If you look at the stats for this Wildcat serving, so that's a huge thing in volleyball. You don't want to give just give that up to the other teams. So
yeah, I do think they look like they're up to date. If you look at the numbers, that's probably right. They have some pretty high serve efficiencies on their squad
compared to what
numbers.
we have. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. I know Coach's been kind of experimenting with the lineup a little bit, so it'll be interesting, just trying to fill some things out lost quite a few seniors last year, and so trying to figure out the right lineup and where to put everybody always can take a little bit of time. So
yeah, I've done some talking to him before the game, and obviously in the last couple weeks about how things are going. And he said they're trying some different things, and they've done some things that they've really liked, and some things that they wanted to change. And I mean that's what you do as a coach. You know,
right.
That's your job to to experiment with some of those things. And so we'll see what they do tonight.
For sure. Well, and then in those tournaments and in the preseason tournament, I guess it's the season, but kind of the preseason. That's when you want to practice with, figure things out, and that kind of stuff. So, all right, we're going to go ahead here, and both teams now have completed their warm-ups, and we will get ready to do the starting lineups here. For the Wildcats, Natalie Noonan is going to be starting, along with Leah Weber, Emma Fritcher, Elise Skelton, Lacey Hennick, and Sarah Reed are going to be the ones starting, and then Lily Kramer is going to be the libero for the Wildcats. And then the starting lineups for Prince of Peace are going to be Isabel Hansen, Grace Denner, should have gotten these pronunciations, Naya Thomas, Shannon Knievi, Lily Eisenhower, and Annabelle Blunt. Those are the two that we talked about that are the big hitters, so I'm going to have to watch out where they are. Nope.
So they're getting ready to do the starting lineups here now, so we'll kind of So Isabel Hansen, number 3, is a starter for them.
I already commented on these.
Oh, okay.
Well, while we're waiting for that, I kind of said who that. We know all in volleyball that just because you start, sometimes before there's even a serve, there's already a sub. It's kind of crazy. Maybe volleyball goes pretty fast, and I know I did this once or twice last year, and it's hard to keep up, I'll tell you that. So hopefully we can do this justice, and I've got a little cough. Tanner's got a little cough, and he's stuffed up, so hopefully we're not, at least you can't get sick from us.
Yeah, exactly. We both kind of sound probably pretty
a little congested there.
But
as I mentioned earlier, Next Bank is our sole sponsor, and we always, give them credit, but I always like to take this opportunity, we'll do it real quick, just to let people know that Next Bank does more than just sponsor the Wildcat Sports channel, that they help sponsor a movie night here in Central City, down at the courtyard area. They donate to the PTO Children in Need Fund. They provide us lunch when school starts. They sponsor, or they help with the homecoming parade. They do all the programs for all of our sports. They help with post-prom, fine arts, the robotics team. They've supported them.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, yearbook. So I just always like to point that out because they do more than just for our school, more than just provide sponsorship for the Wildcat Sports. So we really enjoy our partnership that we have with Next Bank and appreciate everything they do for not just here the Wildcat Sports, but for our schools. So, all right, we got both schools here have been introduced, so we are now going to get ready for the national anthem. So.
And we'll start the game without it. So here we go. We're going to take a break for national anthem.
That was our own Wendy Yoder with the national anthem.
She did pretty well,
yeah,
too, didn't she?
sure did. So we're going to go ahead. And get ready for some volleyball here. You can, okay. So.
Yeah, I'll be kind of doing the play-by-play
you
here.
Want this or those?
These are fine. I got these over here. So first game here, we're going to do an alternate of Karth and I doing play-by-play. And
it's too hard to do it the way we do it in basketball. So one person, so you're going to hear Carlson here for a little bit, and then we'll share games. Hopefully Wildcats can get off to a fast start. I'm a little concerned in their serving here. So hopefully here's our first sub already. Elise Skelton's out and Lily Kramer's in.
Like you said, we did starting lineups, and it doesn't seem to matter half the time because there's usually a sub. So looks like we need a – whoop, there's the ball. It got thrown by Katie Delaney and hit the official in the face. Poor guy. So Delaney was not looking at Delaney, and she hit him right in the head.
Oh, great. She's going to get thrown out now. I'm going to have to go down and do libero.
Karth will see you guys later. So no, she just didn't see him look away, and he went to talk to our coaching staff. So, but it looks like Natalie Noonan is off to serve for the Wildcats. She has a good serve to start. It's bumped, and then it's hit back over to the Wildcats, spiked by Sarah Reed, back to the opposite side, and spiked again by the Irish. And it looks like Emma Fritcher then went for the attempt of the spike, and it bounced off the net. So
point Wildcats.
Point Wildcats, yeah. So Natalie Noonan with another serve. Good serve. The Irish are in a little trouble here to start. They get out of it. Lily Kramer with a good bump. It's a good setup to Lacey Hennick, who spikes it. And that's a 2-0 lead for the Wildcats.
Like to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a good play, and it's all starting by some good serving here by Natalie Noonan. So we got our girls got some new uniforms on this year, too. They're looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, they do. I
new
said
uniforms. Got a new gym. Looks nice out here. So, there was a big-time hit. Natalie served, and the Irish bumped it, and then a girl spiked
Eisenhower,
the bump. And number 16.
Yep.
Lily Eisenhower with a big-time spike.
That's what I said. She's got a lot of kills, so they're going to be looking to set it up to her.
Yeah, that was a big hit for the sophomore. So now we have number 3, Isabel Hansen, the junior, serves in the net. So we were worried about our serves.
Yeah, and they had all the high servers.
So now we have Emma Fritcher up to serve for the Wildcats. She jump serves typically. Yep, there it is. And it's retrieved by the Aces. And here comes the spike from the sophomore again. And it's saved by the Wildcats and hit over by Kramer. So there's the set. And another big spike, this time by number 21, Annabelle Blunt.
And that's
Junior.
the other one that we just said.
Yeah, and she spiked that one from the back row. That was a good hit, too. So 2 big-time hits for the Irish, but the score is 3-2 in favor of your Wildcats. Number 5, Nia Thomas serves. Natalie Noonan bumps. Fritcher sets to Sarah Reed, who spikes it into the net on that one. So that ties up the score at 3s. Thomas, the 5'5" freshman, will be serving again here for the Irish. She gets it over. Leah Weber with the bump. Fritcher with the set. Reed with a good spike on that one.
Nice by Sarah Reed on that.
Yeah.
That was a nice set, nice hit there.
So that about hit the number 9, Shannon Kennedy, in the head. She did a good job of trying to play the ball, but that was a really well hit ball. So now Reed is getting ready to serve for the Wildcats, and she puts the Irish in a little trouble. We get it back to our side. Emma Fritcher sets.
Out to Hennick.
Hits it up to Hennick for the spike. It is played. Wildcats. Irish kind of had a little looked like she was going to, looked like she was going to spike it. She just kind of tipped it over top of our front row for the point for the Irish. That brings the score to 4-4. So Prince Peace 6-6 on the year. Central City 4-7 on the year.
They got Eisenhower in the back row serving, so we won't have to worry about her hitting right now for a little bit.
She serves it. Fritcher with the set. Hennick with the spike. Good spike by Hennick, and it looks like that's going to be a point for the Wildcats. So the Irish were able to keep the ball up in the air, but nobody was able to get under it. So that's 5-4 Cats.
We'll take that.
Yeah. girls off to a good start.
Yeah.
This Prince of Peace team has a couple really good players here, and they got a decent record going for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Good hit there by
Nice serve.
Sorry, good.
Lacey Hennick.
Yeah, good serve by Lacey Hennick, and that'll be a point for the good guys in our eyes, right? Carter?
Yeah.
So
now I did tell the Prince of Peace crowd that we are broadcasting live.
and
so
I hope they do listen in.
we got 12 people, and probably 10 of them are from Prince of Peace.
We are
Yep.
biased a little bit, so we apologize. But there is another point for the Wildcats there. Another serve by Hennick, and it was not returned on that one again.
Nope.
So another point for the Wildcats. That's 7-4. Man, volleyball does just go quick.
I know
here.
it does. You
So
don't have time.
Hennick with a serve. It's going to be spiked there by number 21, Annabelle Blunt,
Looks like
5'8" junior. She
did she hit that with her left
lefty.
hand?
Yeah,
Did she
left-handed spike.
was that just left-handed, or she's either left-handed? And
It's
I
to
think
be determined, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that. I think took Fritcher a little by surprise there, so side out.
Yeah. There's a nice serve there by number 4.
Grace Denner.
Yeah, so good serve there. That's an ace for her. And that brings the score to 7-6.
We got to give a shout out to our line judges.
Yeah, absolutely. Kylie Berg, veteran over there, actually was a coach for us last year.
And Rachel Sackett, newbie.
Yep, on her first game over there, Sackett is. So, well, in that time we did the shout out, the Prince of Peace Irish even the score.
Yep, 7-7.
So we still have Grace Denner, serving. It's going to be put back in play. Eva Owens with a spike kind of puts the Irish in some danger, but they are able to get it back over. Fritcher bumps it. Leah Weber sets it. Oh, and a great spot by Eva Owens there. So
she didn't hit it hard, but she found a hole.
Yeah,
right in between.
I think the girls in the back row thought it was coming a little harder, and she kind of just
sucked it right down there.
Yeah, it was a good play. So now Leah Weber with the serve here. It's a good serve, and it's going to be returned. Oh. And number 21, Blunt again with the
just right in front of diving.
Yeah.
Lily Kramer just couldn't get to it.
Yep.
Kind of did the same thing to us. Kind of took a little bit off and knocked it right down in the middle.
Good attempt by Kramer, just couldn't quite get it there. Briley Brooks bumps the serve, and then Elise Skelton gets it over. We have the Irish Thomas with the spike attempt. It's going to be returned by the Wildcats. Emma Fritcher sets it over. Looks like, good play there by Emma Fritcher. She blocked the number 42 Moeller, went for the spike, and it was blocked by Emma Fritcher.
Side out.
Leah Weber with another serve here, and it was a good one. Kind of put the Irish in a little trouble. They hit it over. Leah Weber sets it now to Eva Owens, who hits it to the back row. Blunt digs, and finally they hit it back over to Leah Weber with the set, and Elise Skelton with the spike attempt. Irish spike attempt by Blunt, no good. Eva Owens with a hard hit there.
Yeah.
And now the spike attempt by Eisenhower hits the net. Tried to spike it from the back row. And that brings the Wildcats up 10-8. Leah Weber still serving.
The mystery's been solved.
She is a lefty.
She is a lefty.
Yep, I've noticed that
when
a few
she
times
served.
now. So dilemma over. But yeah, this
can't get much past us.
No. Volleyball, it's a fast-paced game for us to broadcast, so we're doing our best here for the Prince of Peace Irish fans listening in.
We've got what do we got? Something at the scores table. I hope everything's going all right. Got my sub filling in. Normally I do the scorebook, but we got Diana Hackman, who loves to do score. I don't know what the question was. Could have been I wonder if there was I think they might be out of rotation, huh? Looks like. Now the officials are going to confer.
Out of rotation, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think we got out of rotation and served out of order. So if you serve out of order, it's going to be an automatic side out. So that puts the ball over with Prince of Peace, and it ties the score up 9-9. The officials are conferring. So we'll see. So volleyball, there's so much subbing and stuff, and a lot of times if you get into that, we talked about at the beginning how the coach has been just trying out some different combinations and stuff. But once the season gets going, and if you get into that routine, you know exactly who you're alongside, who you're subbing in and out for. So I know this is a new rotation for the Wildcats. So looks like somebody might have got
out of.
So it looks like somebody.
They're back to the table now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and sometimes, you know, coaches, we've had situations where coaches have given us, they get messed up themselves and give you the wrong lineup and stuff. So looks like, yeah, that must be what happened.
So the score is 9-9, and they are going to continue play here. So it will be number 42, Moeller, up to serve for the Irish. I've heard that name quite a few times. Her last name throughout the years with Prince of Peace, they've had some pretty good boys basketball players that I've coached against. So I know that last name pretty well. She's a 6-foot freshman.
Wow.
I know one of her, I don't know if it's cousin or brother, I guess, but I know the oldest one plays at Loris, plays basketball at Loris now. So.
All right, so we're trying to get the Wildcats organized here because I still don't think they're in. Oh, now they got it. It looks like they got it figured out now.
I think they got it figured out. Official thought one thing, kids said the other, and now we're good to go. So Moeller with the serve, Eva Owens with the bump, Leah Weber with the set, and looks like Reed hits it too deep, so it's out. So that'll bring the score to 10. Whoops, 10 for the Irish. And
no, they said it was a touch.
Oh, okay.
There was a touch on that hit, and so it did go out, but the Irish touched it, so it's going to be a side out for the Wildcats.
Yep. So
all right.
That is a point for the Wildcats. 10-9 Wildcats. Eva Owens with her jump serve puts the ball in play. That was a good serve. The Irish will return it with that lefty spike there. Attempt from Blunt, but it was deep, so that's another point for the Wildcats. I mean, she can really hit the ball, though. When she hit that one from the back row, it was still a little deep, but she can hit it hard. So Eva Owens is here serving again. Blunt hits it up in the air. Hansen's trying to make a play.
Sarah Reed, nice block at the net.
Yeah, great play there by Reed to block Hansen on her attempt of hitting it over. So it's 12-9 Wildcats. Eva Owens off to a good start here in the game. She's had a really good start, I feel. A couple good hits and now 2 good serves. Let's see, 3 good serves in a row here. Hansen hits it up in the air to the lefty.
I'll tell you what.
Eisenhower
made a nice adjustment on that. It wasn't a very good set. And while we're talking about Eisenhower, I got a live chat going here, and we'll do this for you. It's her birthday. She's 15 today.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Or actually, it's Lily Eisenhower. She's 15 today. So
well, happy birthday to Lily Eisenhower, and you just made a great play. So.
Yeah, sophomore.
All right. During that shout out, we had another point for the Irish. Number 3, Isabel Hansen with the ace. And she's jump serving again. She's got, that was like
right through.
Fritcher thought she had it, but it almost like I had a little spin on it there. So
got to her a little quicker than I think what she thought it was going to.
Yeah, so score's 12-12 now. Hansen's up serving again. She's apparently a pretty good server here. I would assume if you look at the numbers, she would be as well. 80% serve efficiency, so it's pretty solid.
Good. Yeah.
Sarah Reed gets it up in the air, and then, good play by Reed, but it's
good
saved
reaction
there by
Thomas.
And Natalie Noonan, saves a play, but hits it back to the other side, so the Irish are in control here.
Nice save by that Lacey Hennick.
Yeah.
Did a great job of bumping that ball up, but then it just popped off. It was at Sarah's arms.
No, it was Emma Fritcher tried to save it.
And it went out. But nice effort by Hennick there.
So the score is now 13 for the Irish and 12 for the Wildcats in game 1. Man, she's a really good server here. Natalie Noonan gets it up in the air. Fritcher, what a hit.
Nice hit.
Fritcher. So she had a great set there by Leah Weber, and then Fritcher just sent it
Pounded
home.
it.
Yeah, so 13-13. Big time play by Fritcher. And Fritcher's getting ready to serve. There's her jump serve attempt. Another good serve. It is going to be hit by Eisenhower.
Nice hit right back, but it went out. That was a nice hit, but she just went a little wide with that.
So that brings.
It is. You mentioned it at the top. You know, both teams is pretty competitive. It's 14-13. Wildcats up.
I kind of just assumed, just
Yeah.
looking at all the records, and
Yeah.
wow, another good serve there by Fritcher. That one hits the ground before anybody touches it. So that's what you want as a coach. You
Yeah.
want that to, you don't want them to have a chance.
That's
to hit
right.
it. So 15-13,
This is
Cats.
Yep, game 1 of tonight's Tri-Rivers opener for
Served
both
by
teams.
Fritcher they're in
of
danger. Yeah,
bounds.
there's another ace. That's 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I think it might be 3. So 16-13 Wildcats after a few nice serves here by Fritcher. She's getting ready to go again. The girls look like they're having some fun out here. See some smiles. Another good serve.
nice
and
serve.
that is,
A
they
nice
make it.
hustle by
Number 4, Grace Daner, I believe. Yeah, so she tried to make a play on it. She ran all the way over to the bleachers, but the ball was spinning in the wrong direction for her. So that is a timeout, Irish.
Yep.
You want to do a next bank shot out here quick while we...
So next bank is your bank for what's next, your next car, next home, next business, next phase of life, or next adventure. 5 locations to serve you. Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Should mention to the, I don't know if this is a bad subject or not, an update on the gym floor. It looks great. For those fans that haven't had a chance to come in, we got it redone this summer. It's got some black out there. We got the Wildcat scratch going through the middle of the floor. It looks pretty nice. So
yeah, we've had some issues with it, and we're still working on some issues, so everybody knows.
Still looks good.
It looks pretty good from up here for sure. So Fritcher with the serve, it's pretty cool. It's a cool environment. You know, we knew it would be when we put it up, and kids were pretty pumped. And obviously, we've had some issues, but at the end of the day, you know, we tried to provide a cool thing for the kids, and the kids were, I mean, you see little kids peeking in the gym all day.
It's pretty sweet.
Another point there for the Wildcats as Emma Fritcher serves again here. Good play back there by Hansen, but it's returned by the Wildcats, spiked by Reed. Looks like it's going to be Thomas who hits it out. 19-13. The Wildcats are on a 7-0 run here, I believe.
Yeah, it was about 4. Yeah.
So Emma Fritcher serving is working out here pretty well for the Cats. She's getting ready to go again, and that's another good serve, and it spins back. Number 21, Blunt, tries to hit it, ends up being hit over by Hansen, bumped by Fritcher, set by Noonan, spiked by Hennick, and returned by Blunt. Back Central City, another spike by Hennick, and that ball is going to be out of, oh no.
Good hustle.
Oh, and they kept it in.
Wow,
What
that
a
is
play
awesome
by the
hustle
Irish.
by,
Thought it was over.
That was Annabelle Blunt, man. That was.
The Wildcats do end up scoring. That was a great play by Blunt, though. I thought the point was over.
She was halfway out to the concession stand.
Yeah, she got a popcorn on her way back.
I think she did.
Yeah, so she could have. But that was a really good play by her, and it didn't pan out in a point
it was
for her.
Good hustle.
Great hustle. So Fritcher's still serving. She served 8 straight. This is 9. It's going to be spiked here by Eisenhower. It's too deep. Yeah, it's too deep. That's 21-13 here for the Wildcats. So good little run for the Cats. And
well, I know we have one Wildcat listener, and only because I texted her to tell her to listen to make sure we were sounding okay, was Asprey.
Meyer.
Mrs. Meyer now. She said we sound good, so hopefully everybody's enjoying this. We did have some technical difficulties with the first home football game the other night, but now I got it all figured out. This is, like I said, new to us. We've got our own equipment and stuff, so.
You got a timeout here, Irish. We have another one, too. I know my wife, Nicole, is watching as well.
All right.
Or listening
in.
So
Sweet.
Another Wildcat.
Pass
Shout
it
out.
on.
If you have our number, we have a link on here, Karth. I'm new to this now. Do we have a new way for them to
comment?
Well,
you can, if you figure it out, I'll have to maybe do it, and we'll have to put instructions. We can do live chat.
Okay.
We can do live chat. So I got a couple, Eric Eisenhower and Lisa Blunt from Clinton are listening in, and Todd Hunt from the Wildcats is listening in, and you said your wife's out there listening, so a shout out to Nicole and Rose.
Rose is sleeping.
Little Rosebud, who's one
as of September 6th. Yep, crazy.
So we got 22-13. Wildcats have opened it up here with Emma Fritcher, and we're in game 1.
Got to put it away here, though, now if you're the Wildcats. So Emma Fritcher with another good serve. That's a good start, but it's return. It's going to be, good play again.
Ooh.
Keeps being out on, that one was spiked by Eisenhower again.
And she was right there but no, I don't think it's Blount that's the lefty.
Oh. Served by Fritcher puts, it does not return.
Yeah, they're a little discombobulated right now. So it's 24-13. Game point.
This is a good run for Emma Fritcher.
Yeah, it is.
Got to put this one away here, though, 24. You got to finish it. So there's another really good serve.
Nice serve. Oh, Leah should have just went up and pounded that one. But
she hit it back
Lacey
to Fritcher.
Hennig did it herself there.
Noonan hits it up. Fritcher to Reed. Oh, good hit by Reed.
Nice save on the.
Fritcher to Weber. Good set there by Weber. Hit by Hennig over. And returned by the Irish. This is a good volley here. Fritcher to Weber. Good hit, Weber. 21 for the Irish, hits it up. And then number 3, Hansen.
Oh, they said 2 hits.
2 hits, yeah. So what a run by the Wildcats. 25-13. Fantastic job there. That last group really did a good job, and it all started with Fritcher's serves. So 25-13 in game 1. It was taken by the Wildcats as the two teams switch sides now.
Well, we were concerned about their serving. Emma came into tonight's game, and again, I don't know how there can be such a big discrepancy, and maybe our serving hasn't been as good. I'm not sure, but Emma came in with tonight serving at about 48% serve efficiency, .48.
Well,
and I tell you what, she hit about 12 in a row right there. So that'll put her statistics up a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 12-13 them, and then she served 13 straight, I think.
Yeah, and 25, so. It's pretty
crazy.
Great job by the Wildcats of getting that serve, and that's what we said. If Eva, obviously, we had them on the ropes a little bit. They were just a little off, and, that would have been a bummer if she would have missed on her serve. To give them that break, sometimes in that break can just be and re-energize a team. So anyway, we're in between games here. Again, Next Bank's our sponsor, and I'll go ahead and give a shout out here. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We could mention that tomorrow night we're going to be up at West Central Maynard.
Yep.
Football team travels up there.
You and I again on the horn.
And it's going to be a 5:30 start.
Yep.
And so that's coming up. And then this weekend I do have volleyball schedule. Looks like volleyball is going to be. Looks like they're off this weekend.
JV has a tournament at Monticello.
JV has a Monticello tournament. Okay, so the varsity's off this weekend, and they'll be back in action next week, and I think they're away at Marquette Catholic. So yeah, they're at Marquette Catholic, but then they'll be home on the 21st against Springville, and we'll be announcing that game. Somebody will, may not be us, but somebody should be announcing. So we're going to try to do all the home games for volleyball. And
Keegan wanted to let us know that we can call him over whenever we want a real announcer to come join us. So.
Oh, well, Keegan could talk about football season, how things are going. They're 1-1. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with game 2. Prince of Peace with the serve. And a nice set up to Emma Fritcher, and she pounds it down and gets the first point for the Wildcats. It's going to be a side out.
Fritcher looks like she's on a mission right now. She's
Emma's playing well. She just had that one serve receive error that I saw, but otherwise she's hitting the ball good, getting some good sets. So we got Emma Owens with the serve. Prince of Peace gets it up to the front, and there's Eisenhower, just tips it over. There's a set to Reed, tipped by Prince of Peace, and Thomas hits it over back to the Wildcats. There's a set by Leah Weber out to Hennig, and there's Prince of Peace plays it up, and it's going to be hit out of the back row by Blount. And Emma Fritcher tries to tip it on the second hit, and they're going to call 2 hits again. It's so funny as I've been watching volleyball. I've been coaching or keeping score here at Central City for a long, long time. That 2-hit thing, I'll never figure out, because when I think it's 2 hits, that's not, and then when it's 2 hits, I'm like, what? That's 2 hits? So Wildcats will take that. Eva Owens with another serve, and it goes out of bounds. So Wildcats, just like that, are up 3-0.
Di Heckman over there, she got hit with that ball.
I tell you what, if you're a fan of volleyball, you better watch it, especially down at that scores table.
Yeah.
That ball's come flying out of nowhere. So there's the serve, and it's going to be hit by Thomas out of the back row. Bumped up by Owens. It's going to be just free balled over by Sarah Reed. There's the set to the back row to Blunt, and she down balls it. Comes right back to her, and she's just not able to get back to her position to cover that. And the Wildcats are going to take that 4-0.
Yeah, that's good
Wildcats
start.
are off to a great start.
Owens still serving here.
Keegan, we got the announcing covered. Ooh, there's a nice hit by Blunt out of the back row. Sarah Reed goes up to block it. It just kind of gets stuck right in the net there, and it goes down in front of Sarah. So there's a side out. That was a strong hit by Blunt, who's a junior. And we figured out she's lefty. So Thomas is going to be, freshman, is going to be serving for Prince of Peace. There's a hit. Whoa, Emma Fritcher coming out of the back row and pounded that ball. Thomas with a nice save. Gets it back over here. The Wildcats are on the attack, and there's Hennick. Save again by Prince of Peace. This time Blunt out of the front row down balls it. And they're going to say there was a Wildcat underneath the net, and I didn't catch what number it was. So that's going to be a point for Prince of Peace. But I'll tell you what, Emma Fritcher is freaking on her game tonight. Dang,
she's
man.
Been impressive,
she came out of the back row and just pounded that. There's a serve to Lily Kramer. Gets it, and they're going to Fritcher. She's hot, and she gets an ace right there, kill. Finds that open spot. She's on that strong side. Now she's going to get out of the.
That's where we went on our big run last time, was Fritcher serving. So we'll see what we get here. It's 5-2.
Yep, there, here comes that rotation. Emma's back there. We had a big run last time. She probably had at least it's 5-2. I'm going to keep track. It's 5-2 when she's serving, and when she just got her first point. So there's 6-2. Keegan says we're doing a great job. I think he's just trying to get on our good side. So
he just wants the shout out. Keegan likes to hear his name over the cast. I know that much. He gives us the thumbs up across the gym. So
Emma Fritcher
we'll be there watching him tomorrow.
Yep.
So
there's a nice swing by Blunt, but goes in the net. Wildcats will take it.
7-2.
7-2. Here we go. Fritcher, she's on her game tonight. It's probably the best she's played in a while, it looks like. And putting everything together.
Wow,
Ace
another
serve.
one.
She's got it going.
Yeah.
There's a timeout by Prince of Peace. Their coach is taking a quick timeout, 8-2. Always seems like coaches in volleyball always want to wait till the score's 24 to something, and it's like, why aren't you using your timeouts earlier? By the time you get to 24, you're only giving yourself one more serve,
as
you know?
basketball coaches, Karth, I think we just are, it's just different. Swings are different, and
oh,
basketball
yeah, I
and
know,
volleyball
totally,
and
yeah.
runs are different, but.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just got to stop the bleeding, and I know you always want to save them, but
I think that was a good
basketball
timeout.
Oh yeah, basketball is a little different than volleyball, but yeah, for sure. So we got
still serving.
Yeah, still serving. 8-2 Wildcats. We're in game 2 of the best of 3 out of 5. There's a serve. It goes to Thomas, and Thomas isn't able to handle, and it goes out of bounds. So again, we're in game 2 of the Tri-Rivers opener for these two teams. Emma Fritcher, 9-2. She can't be stopped tonight. There's another good serve. Blanc gets it up, and they get it out to Eisenhower. There's a nice block. Sarah Reed, Lacey Hennick working together there. Goes over. It's Leah Weber. There's Fritcher to
Reed.
Sarah Reed. Nice.
Nice spike there by Reed.
Nice job by Sarah Reed.
Good set by Leah Weber as well.
Good passing there. That's the key to volleyball, is you get a good pass up to that setter, and that just gives the setter the options to use all the different hitters, quick hits, whatever you want. And so that was a great.
I tell you what, Wildcats look a little dangerous. I think this could be a group that's can really compete this year.
There's another serve, and it shanks off of the Irish's arm, and it goes out of bounds. So we're at 11-2. So there's 6 straight serves by Fritcher, and she's still at it. And there's another serve, and the Irish get it over this time, and there's Hennick.
back
and that's
set.
Leah Weber hits it over. It's set up there to Blount.
Oh,
and
good
she
spot.
gets it down. Eisenhower set Blount that time. And so there's a hit. And so she had 6 serves that time. So it was a side out.
19
Irish,
serves in 2 games.
Yeah.
There.
Irish get it back. It's 11-3. Eisenhower serving. She's one of the best servers for the. There it is. I was just going to say.
Good spot.
She's one of the best servers for the Irish. And she's serving 92%.
Wow.
So there's Lily Kramer just found out how good of a server she is. And there's a pass up by Leah Weber. There's Sarah Reed with a nice hit out of the strong side. And there's that 2-hit thing again.
I think I saw that one.
Did you?
Yeah, it spun a little goofy, and I think.
So they said the setter didn't have her hands up there enough to control the ball, and so it's going to be a side out. Wildcats 12-4. Sarah Reed hits it in the net, and Sarah Reed's coming out, and Lily Kramer's coming back in. Lily Kramer's playing that libero position for the Wildcats this year, so she's got the black jersey.
She didn't get much of a break on that one.
No, she didn't. She's
hit.
Out and in. So now we got Grace Denner serving. She gets it over, and there's Elise Skelton with the hit.
Good hit.
And Denner pops it up. Thomas hits it over, and the Wildcats get a jump set by Fritcher, but Elise Skelton hits it in the net, so it's going to be a point for the Irish. It's 12-6. Wildcats are up, and this is game 2. Wildcats took game 1. Oh, there's going to be a bad hit.
Yep.
That was a bad pass, and Fritcher tried to go up and just pull it back onto our side so somebody could do something with it, but she got called for a carry there. So we need to get out of this rotation, Coach. It's 12-7. There's Hennick with the tip.
Oh.
And, just went out. I thought that was going to be a touch, but the Irish just didn't get there quick enough, so I guess to our benefit, because it went out. So we got Denner with the serve. There's a pass up to Fritcher. Fritcher sets Hennick. Hennick with the hit. Oh, nice save by the Irish, and kind of got the Wildcats in our transition. Just weren't able to get into our spots after that hit, and it just squeaked over the net. So it's 12-9. They're making a little run at us. Let's get the side out here. Elise with the hit. Oh, and Eisenhower just couldn't get down low enough to shanks off of her arm. So here's the side out we needed. Has a nice little run by the Irish, but luckily the Wildcats were able to get out of it. Briley Brooks is coming in to serve for the Wildcats. We're going to have, there's her serve, and Prince Peace passes it up. And there's Blount with the hit, just kind of a down ball, keeps it in. There's Elise Skelton with the quick hit. Irish come back with that little tip by the setter and took Wildcats off guard, and they are able to get that to drop right in the middle. So 13-10.
Yeah, Hansen kind of snuck one in
Yeah,
there. Looked like
did.
she was going to set and then just kind of tapped it over.
Yep.
So we got the Wildcats in a little bit of trouble now.
Yeah, that is.
11-13. Another point by Prince Peace.
So we got Blount the lefty serving, and Coach is going to take Coach Martin's going to take a timeout here. Prince of Peace has clawed their way back in, and it's 11-13. Wildcats still up. Wildcats took game 1, 25-13. So we are in game 2. We're playing the best out of 3, or best out of 3 out of 5. And so we'll see here what's going on. So yeah, the Wildcats are scrappy.
Yeah. Coach was a little feisty in that timeout. He's a little worked up. And
well,
I've been there a time or two.
Yep,
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
you kind of feel like you got things in control, and then the next thing you know, and it can happen in basketball. You're up by 15, and the next thing you know, 2 minutes later, you're up by 5, and you're just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Couple 3-pointers and a turnover, and there you go. And there's serve, and Eisenhower just at the net. The Wildcats look just a little bit confused out there and on where everybody's supposed to be here. I don't know if this is one of those new rotations as far as somebody playing in a little different spot. So there's Blount, the lefty. Leah Weber hits it. pass, the serve receive, and served it right back to Eisenhower, and Eisenhower just boom, or no, was that 42? Was that Sarah Moeller with the hit? It had to have been because Eisenhower's in the back row. She put that right back down, so Bradley Brooks comes out, and we got Ellie Lentz in for the first time, and there's a quick hit by Lee Skelton, but nice play by Prince of Peace, and there's Moeller. There's that Moeller you were talking about, freshman. They're using her in the front row. There's Eisenhower, gets it up to Hansen. Back row attack from Denner, and there's the hit by Eva Owens, played up by Prince of Peace, and there's the back row by Blunt. Outside set to Eva, just out. Dang, just like that, Prince of Peace is up 14-13. So we were talking about it was going to be a pretty competitive game, and we just got that streak going at the right rotation in that first game, and now Prince of Peace has worked their way back, and there was a tough serve by Prince of Peace, but it's just out. That was tough, man. Nobody was there. So Leah Weber's going to go back and serve. It's 14-14. Wildcats game 2. There's the serve, and there's going to be the back row hit. Boy, they do like to hit from the back row. Yeah, they hit from the back row
constantly, it seems like, don't they?
Well, and we mentioned at the beginning of the game, Blunt and Eisenhower are their top two hitters, and they're not afraid to use them. So
right.
There's a point. At that time, Blunt hit it into the net, so Wildcats get the point. And there's Thomas from the back row, and actually, I don't know if that – nah, she's in the front row. That was just a nice hit by Thomas. She's a freshman, too, so there's two freshmen who have kind of sparked things here for Prince of Peace, Thomas and Moeller. So there's a serve by Moeller, and there's a pass by Lentz over to Fritcher. Fritcher, not very good pass, gets it to Skelton, who gets it over, and then there's Eisenhower. Oh, nice block by Fritcher.
She's in the net.
Yeah, I thought it looked like the net.
I thought she might have hit the net, too.
So, side out, it's going to be 15-16. Prince of Peace is up 15-16. Now we're just going back and forth. Bradley Brooks checks back in for Ellie Lentz, and there's a bad serve. We're just talking about serves can be huge, especially when it's tight like this, and that momentum gives the momentum hopefully back to the Wildcats. So 16-16, and Lily Kramer's going to be serving for the Wildcats.
Yep. Lily Kramer wearing the black libero jersey.
Yep. And there's set up, and there's Eisenhower hitting out of the strong side, and she hits it into the net. A lot of hitting errors tonight for Prince of Peace, but they keep swinging away.
Kramer with the serve. Now it's coming back. Eisenhower on the spike. Weber hits it up to Owens. I thought she found a good spot.
Yeah, Thomas did a good job of recovering, and there's Blount from the back row with that left-hand swing, and there's Eisenhower at the nice swing in the front row out of the middle. Leah Weber just free balls it, and there's that. Good job.
This is
Wildcats.
a great volley here.
Yeah. That's out. Wildcats win that crazy volley. A lot of hustle on both sides of the floor. Both teams dive in and reaching out and keeping the ball live. So Wildcats go up 18-16. Lily Kramer coming in here. There's Blount with the pass up to the setter Hansen, and there's Eisenhower, and that's a tough hit. Fritcher gave it her best shot to block, but it just hit off her hands and it dropped in. So 18-17.
Yeah, that volley two plays ago was pretty awesome.
Was
a lot of energy in here with that one.
For sure.
It's been a good contest here.
Yep. Isabel Hansen Jr. is back to serve. There's a jump serve. Wow, nice serve, but Lily Kramer got it up, and then Eva tried to keep it alive, but it just went out of bounds. So
tie game,
18-18 here. Irish came back from that deficit at the beginning, and now it's just been back and forth, so we'll see what happens. There's another jump serve, and that's out. That's just what the Wildcats wanted. Maybe this will be that little spark here that we need. We got a couple subs here. Hennick's coming in for Bradley Brooks, and we got Natalie Noonan coming in for Eva Owens. So we got Noonan and Lily Kramer and Leah Weber and Lacey Hennick, Sarah Reed, and Emma Fritcher on the floor for the Wildcats. There's Natalie Noonan with the serve. the set, and it's going to be to Blount in the back row. She gets it over. Fritcher sets Sarah Reed. Nice hit by Sarah.
Big
right out of the
hit
middle.
by Reed. Good
That's
set
nice.
by Fritcher.
Nice set. Blount hit it, but it just went right into the net. So it's 2018 Wildcats. See what Natalie Noonan can do here. There's a nice serve. Oh, there's a nice play by Hansen, and the Prince of Peace keeps it alive. And there's just a free ball back over by Fritcher, and the Irish are going to get Eisenhower out of the middle, and then it's passed up by Kramer. Set. Fritcher just tips it over, and nice save. And there's Hansen out of the back row. Hansen probably doesn't get very many hitting opportunities, but she took advantage of that one. I tell you what, Prince of Peace loves to hit it out of the back row.
They're good at it.
Yeah, man, they've got a ton of attacks out of the back row, just utilizing their best players. That's what you got to do. So it's 19-20. Wildcats are up. Thomas with the serve.
Little miscommunication by the Cats
there. Yeah, there
but
we go.
Kept
so
it alive.
Hansen's Blount with the hit, but it's up, and then Emma Fritcher comes right back and says, if you can do that, I can do it better. And we got this point on that one.
21-19 Cats.
Two good hits right there by both teams, and Wildcats just able to get that point there, Fritcher. And now Fritcher's like, am I supposed to serve it? And I hope that we're not out of rotation, because this is the perfect server we want right here.
That's where
Emma Fritcher coming in, 21-19. She's had they haven't been able to handle her serve, so this is a perfect opportunity for the Wildcats here. 22-19.
Ball should be other side.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Threw it to the Irish.
So we got 22-19. Fritcher's been the most effective server here tonight for the Wildcats. And there it goes again. Bumped up. Hansen with the set. Blount. Blount with the hit. Noonan gets it up. There's going to be a hit from Leah Weber.
Nice spot.
Yeah.
Leah.
Nice hustle by Denner. And the Prince of Peace keeps it alive. And there's a good swing by Reed. And then it's going to come back right at him by Eisenhower. And the Wildcats just aren't able to get that. Went off of Natalie Noonan's arm and went out of bounds. Good hits, good play by both teams. This has been a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a lot of fun.
So it's 22-20 Wildcats. Eisenhower's back serving here. So we got her out of the front row, but we got Sarah Moeller, freshman. Would you say she's 6'2"?
6 foot.
6 foot in the front. But there's Blount with the nice hit, lefty. And here comes right back is Lacey Hennick. But it's saved by Thomas, and it's a free ball over by Blount. Here's Fritcher with the set out to Hennick, and Hennick, it's Eisenhower, and then there's Moeller with the hit, but it's right back at Prince of Peace. There's just a little tip. Sarah Reed, they're going to call her with the two. Sarah Reed's not probably the person we want setting the ball. I mean, I know everybody's got to be, so tough play from the Wildcats there. Just Sarah trying to keep it alive. So it's 22-21. Eisenhower with the serve. Weber gets it up to Fritcher, and then the hit by Reed. There's the pass by Denner, and that's going to be Blount with the tip. Lacey Hennick with the set, or the pass.
Too deep by Reed.
And it's deep by Reed, and I think they thought it was tipped.
No, timeout by the Wildcats.
Yeah, but the way they celebrated, I think they thought it was a touch.
I didn't see anybody touch that. I think she just hit it deep, but the Wildcats might have thought differently.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought it was in or whatever, but so we're 22-22. Game 2, Wildcats took game 1 25-13. We had Emma Fritcher come in and do a great job of serving, and actually the Wildcats have really, I think I can only remember one. Sarah Reed this game had one missed serve.
Yeah, our serving has been fantastic. We got Lily Eisenhower up here, the 5'10 sophomore, up to serve for the Irish. We've said her name quite a few times tonight.
She's one of their best hitters.
Yep. So she's serving to break the 22-22 tie.
There's a pass by Weber, gets it up to Fritcher for the set. Hennick. There's Denner. She's going to bump it over to Blount. Nice block by Leah Weber and Sarah Reed, both up there.
I don't know which one
I don't know what
got
it, but I'll give them both. So there's a side out. We needed that. 23-22. We got a couple subs coming in here. Elise Skelton's checking back in.
Sarah Reed serving.
Yep, Sarah Reed's going back to serve. And there she got it in. Nice serve, gets it up. Hansen sets Blount. And then it's tipped back over by Hennick, and out of the back row, Hansen's going to hit it. And now a set over to Hennick, and there, nice hit. Hennick, Thomas just couldn't get to it.
24-22 Wildcats. Sarah Reed serving. Timeout Irish.
Oh, now they kept that last time out. Icer, this is like game-winning free throws with 1 second left.
See what Reed's made of.
Yeah,
here.
we'll see what she's made of.
Yeah.
So we got Wildcats up 24-22. They already took game 1. And this is game 2. Both teams, Wildcats got up. I think it was like 11-2, wasn't it? Or 11-4, something like that. 11-2.
Yeah, we were up big early.
And then Prince of Peace clawed their way back in, and now it's been going back and forth. And now we've got Sarah Reed, 24-22. And we'll see here, both teams are back out on the floor, and here's a serve. Reed gets it over, pass to Eisenhower. It goes right over the net, right back to Prince of Peace. Neither team able to set up an attack. Now we have Hennick to Elise Skelton, blocked by Moeller.
Game. Cats.
And there it is. Moeller was there and blocked it, but it just went straight up instead of back. So we got 25-22 Wildcats. Nice game. Both teams, a lot of good rallies in that game.
That was a fun one for sure. I tell you what, both teams played really well there. That was kind of a heartbreaker for the Irish, I'm sure, because they battled back.
Man, they battled back. They were down. I'm pretty sure they were down 11-2, battled back, and it went back and forth. And
when you're coaching, those are the ones that hurt. You get down early, you put yourself in a hole, but your team, just battles and they get back into it, and then all of a sudden you still lose it. Those are the hard ones to take after the game. So. Got 2-0 lead here for the Cats, and Karth will give us our shout out now.
Both teams here, volleyball fans, there's usually a 3-minute break in between games, so each team's coaches can get the lineups in and set, and any last-minute strategies passed on. So we'll take this opportunity to give a shout out to Next Bank. What's next on your list of financial goals? Wherever you're going next, Next Bank has a loan that's right for you. Your next car, your next home, even your next adventure, all are within reach with a Next Bank loan. Convenient locations in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So you're going to take over this game. Tanner's going to go back on the play-by-play in this game. Like I said, normally in basketball and like in football, what we do is one announcer takes one team and the other announcer takes the other team, and
you can't do that in volleyball.
No, you can't.
It would just be both of us talking at the same time. It wouldn't work.
Yes, it would. So.
Yep. So this one will be my call, and Karth will add some color commentary to it. So it looks like it will be Wildcat serve here to start. We got Natalie Noonan, Elise Skelton, Leah Weber, Emma Fritcher, Sarah Reed, and Lacey Hennick out there to start for the Cats. Not really sure what. Oh, there. Elise was kind of halfway dancing. I wasn't sure what she was doing, but she was trying to get Lily Kramer's attention because she was checking out. So they high five, and the girls having some fun. Good serve there by Noonan. And Eisenhower up at the net for the spike, and she ends up sending it into the net. So that's a 1-0 start here for the Wildcats. Natalie Noonan getting back to serve again. She's serving directly from the middle on this one, and it's bumped there. Hit up by Hansen. Eisenhower again with the spike. This time it's hit by Fritcher, and she went to block it, and it was tipped and went out of bounds. So that'll be an Irish point on that one. We have Hansen getting ready to serve for the Irish. Scores 1-1. And Hansen jump serves, but it hits the net and stays on the Irish side. So that is 2-1 lead here for the Wildcats. We have Emma Fritcher up to serve for the Wildcats. She's had a really good couple of games here so far. Let's hope that continues. Good serve there. Hit up in the air. Eisenhower now goes to hit it over. She just kind of bops it over. Fritcher to Reed. Reed with a good spike, which was tipped.
Nice.
Tipped by, looked like Daner from the Irish, and point Cats. So Emma Fritcher back up to serve here, and she's got her jump serve down, and that's an ace. So that's 4-1 Wildcat start. kind of how you want to start as the Wildcats, but you
Yep.
don't want to let them crawl back into it
No,
like they did on
yeah.
the last one. So
Well, we got Emma Fritcher serving again. She's been our most effective server as far as being able to string things together.
and another ace.
Yeah.
Kind of some confusion there between Blunt and number 9, Kenevi for the Irish. Not sure who to hit it, and it hits the ground. So Fritcher is serving again, 5-1 Cats. Jump serve. Oh, hits the net. Saved there by the Irish. I wasn't sure if they were going to get that one, but they hit it back over. Sarah Reed with the spike, big time spike, hits off the roof, and got a girl limping here for the Irish. I hope she's okay. That is Hansen.
Hansen.
She says she's fine.
In volleyball, a lot of times you see kids step on each other's ankles or other foot, and it kind of twists their ankle. So hopefully she's all right.
Seems to be a tough kid. She said,
Yep,
I'm fine,
yep,
coach.
yep.
Gotta love it. Fritcher hits it over. Hansen sets it up. You had the big time spike there by Eisenhower. Deflects off the Wildcats, and that'll be a point for the Irish. So that is 6-2 in favor of the home team here in Central City, in our new uniforms and our
they look sharp.
new gym here. So it's the first game that's been played here. There's a serve there by Thomas. Sends it to Weber for the spike. She hits it to the back row. Saved by Thomas. Then it's looked to be hit there by Blunt. She doesn't quite get it over. Hits it into the net. So that brings scores to 7-2. Lee Skelton checks in for Lily Kramer. Sarah Reed back to serve for the Cats. And good serve there by Sarah. It's saved by Blunt and then hit by Blunt. Hit hard by Blunt, I should say. Hennick just kind of volleys it over. And a little miscommunication again there by the Irish. And you have the ball hits the ground after a bump attempt. I don't know if they just kind of weren't sure who to go after that one. So it's 8-2 Wildcats, 2-0 lead on the night for your Cats. Good serve by Reed. That's an ace.
Take that.
Absolutely. 9-2. There's going to be a substitution here. Number 22, Morehart, a sophomore, 5'3" sophomore, checking in for the Irish. Replacing Kenevi, the freshman. And Reed hits it into the net on the serve. So that's 9-3 now for the, with the Irish up to serve. Lead still goes for the Wildcats. We have Eisenhower up to serve. Oh. Kind of a late.
Freshman Moeller sitting on the bench watching the game. Forgot she was supposed to check in.
He played it. Oh.
Now she's coming in. Hennick tried to tip that over and hit it right in the net, just kind of off balance a little bit. Gonna sneeze.
I thought I was gonna.
Hate that.
Didn't really want to sneeze into the mic here, so.
That's the Eisenhower just tipped out when you had your headset off, and those serves that hit the net and just trickle over. They're the worst. You can't. What do you do?
So Eisenhower again here, 9-5, and good serve by Eisenhower. Fritcher hits it over, but it's gonna be a spike here. Oh, spike by Moeller. I'm not sure if
that was at least. I don't know if that was blocked it or in the net.
Yeah. One of the two, but regardless, it's a point for the Cats.
Yeah, we'll take it.
So Natalie Noonan checks out. Eva Owens comes in. We have Lacey Hennick, who is serving here for your Cats. And it's volleyed over. We have Fritcher setting. Hennick hits it over the net. The Irish with a little trickery there, but it doesn't trick the Wildcats. Eva Owens spikes it after the return, and that's a point for the Cats. So that's 11-5. So Lacey Hennick still up to serve here. Wildcats would like to put this one away here in 3. It's a 2-0 lead for them. She hits it to Daner, who ends up being the one that hits it back over. Leah Weber with the set. Elise Skelton kind of missed it on the spike there, but still in play and still going to be a point. So Skelton kind of missed the top of the ball, I think, and hit the bottom, and it kind of had a weird spin.
Yeah,
and
I think she hit the bottom and like punched it up.
Yeah. Regardless, a point's a point.
Yep, that's right.
Hennick again with the serve. She jumps serves. Good serve. And it's going to be returned here by Eisenhower. It's hit up in the air by the Wildcats on the return. Good spot there by Hansen. Yeah, good spot. So she saw Kramer kind of, I think, get a little bit too far forward and found the back left corner of the court.
She hit that back. That's a back. Or the two corners in the back are hard to cover when they're the deep spots.
So we have Brooks, who hits it to Fritcher. Fritcher to Owens. Owen kind of volleys it over. And then it's going to be spiked there by Blunt and not returned by the Wildcats. Tell you what, the Wildcats have been pretty sharp on most of their plays here. That one just looked like a little miscommunication. Coach not very happy.
Yep. There's a
nice
nice little
Skelton.
Nice save by Thomas.
Yep, so Skelton spikes it into a good position there, kind of puts them out of position. They were unable to return that. It's 13-7 in favor of your Wildcats now. So Leah Weber up to serve. And, good play again there by Blunt. So she hits it to the back left corner. And
that's twice now.
This time it looked like it might have been Weber a little too close up, or they just found a really good spot.
Like I said, it's a tough spot to cover that because if you go deep, they can hit it in front, and if you try to take it up, then it goes deep. So Wildcats will get that figured out.
So you have Blunt serving now. She's had a good night for the Irish. And
whoa,
my
man.
Goodness.
Emma Fritcher. Freaking.
That's all I can say.
Man.
So then we have Eva Owens with the spike attempt here. The crowd cheered for Central City, but they didn't get a point out of it.
Hey,
good
give
save
credit
by
to Prince Peace.
Kramer, and Fritcher says, I'm going to get you. And she does.
I didn't get it the first time, but I got it this time. I tell you what, Fritcher's getting up.
Yeah. Yeah, she says, I'm going to get you,
Irish. She's my high jumper for track, and I'm looking for some big things from her this year. She's been – some of those kids, they've been getting into the weight room, and I told her make sure she's doing a bunch of box jumps, and looks like it's paying off.
So serve there by Kramer. It's been returned to the Wildcats, and Fritcher goes again. They hit it up to the ceiling, and now it's going to be played over by Eisenhower. Weber with the bump, or the dig, sorry. And
good hustle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one hit it.
Eisenhower gets it over again.
It's going to be spiked by, nope, Reed kind of just taps it and then tries to get out of the way, but the ball falls on her back.
I don't think Reed saw Moeller standing there, and she just kind of tipped it. Moeller just tipped it right back at her, and Sarah wasn't ready for it. And so side out, Prince Peace.
14-9 in favor of your Wildcats.
Here they come again.
Moeller with the serve. Sarah Reed hits it. Leah Weber sets it. Eva Owens with the spike. Good hit back there by Blunt, and Emma Fritcher then.
There she comes.
She spikes it again and bounces off of Prince of Peace, so it is another point and another kill there for Fritcher. She looks like a different player from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just
a lot more confident.
Vertical is much better. She's serving really well. She's hitting the ball really well, obviously. Now we had, I missed who served that. I was talking. And we got a play here by the Cats. It's going to be set on the opposite side by the Irish and then just kind of pushed over. Leah Weber will hit it to Lacey Hennick, who spiked. And there we go. So that's 16-9. Eva Owens is this person serving here. So good set there by Leah Weber, getting that ball kind of just past Reed and into a good spot for Hennick. So I think the Irish thought Reed was going to hit it.
Yeah.
And Owens with the ace. So that's going to bring up a timeout here by the Irish. So we're on our new YouTube cast here. It's still sponsored by Next Bank. So
Wildcat
Sports Network.
Sports Network, or Wildcat Sports.
Yeah, Wildcat Sports.
We got Wildcat cast in our head, but Wildcat Sports YouTube channel, we kind of broke off on our own, and so far so good. We've had a technically technical difficulties last Friday in the first part of the game, but I think we got them figured out.
We just got our new cameras all set up over there. They're not quite calibrated on the company's end, so we're still working on that. But those should be good to go for the next home volleyball game as well as the next home football game. So all games will also be, we're going to try and simulcast those so you can get free version online with the YouTube if you just want to listen to it. And then there's subscriptions. You can actually watch it and hear us live, which is something we're really pretty excited about. Our Booster Club sponsored that for us this year, and we appreciate all their help with everything as always. So, good spike there. Eisenhower. So that's a big time spike. It went off, I think, Sarah Reed's hand. And
we had two over there to block, and she was able to get it off and get it in. So there's what those timeouts little shift, 17-10.
So now we have number 3, Hansen, serving. Set by Leah Weber to Hennick. She seems to like to set to Hennick there, and it seems to be working. So keep doing that. Yeah, so Lacey Hennick with a really good hit there on a line drive. And it looks like Blunt was just unable to get it there from the back row. Now we have Fritcher serving again, which seems to be a good thing for us. Blunt with the hit. They're going to then set it back to Blunt in the back row. Fritcher digs it. And now we have Hennick on the –
nice
great hit by Hennick.
Lacey's getting her groove going there.
Yeah, Lacey Hennick
She's had a couple good hits this game.
I can spike too.
Yeah, so it's not just Emma.
Yeah, so that's 19-10. If the Cats can keep rolling here, this would be good to put away in 3. This is not a bad Prince of Peace team. This is a good team here. Number 16, Eisenhower hits it over, but Sarah Reed was there to
Sarah's had a couple good blocks.
Absolutely. So Sarah Reed, just a sophomore here. She actually statistically leads us.
In blocks.
Good serve by Fritcher. Blunt.
There it is.
Dives for it, but was unable to return it. So 21-10. I don't know how many she served this time so far. But
that's just her first. It was just the side out, wasn't it?
No, she's had 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
We've scored the last few points. So I don't know. Maybe
21-10, yeah.
I think it was 18-10.
Game 3rd. Yeah, it could have been.
So another good serve. And
Leah Weber's going to get that. Oh, they said Leah went over the net. You can't. That's so tempting when you're up there and you see that ball coming up. And
I like the play. I like you being aggressive.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, if I'm.
But as a volleyball player, you got to let the ball come back over the net on that. And Leah just jumped up and tapped it over a little bit before it got there. So
if I'm coach, I'm okay with that though, because your kid's playing aggressive.
Yeah.
So it looks
and we
like
got
Thomas.
Right back.
Yeah, Thomas serves it into the net, so that brings Sarah Reed. Sarah Reed's the closer. It seems like.
Yeah, here she goes.
She goes. So 22-11.
Wildcats. Fritcher closed out game 1, and Sarah did game 2, and we'll see if Sarah can do game 3.
So there is Sarah Reed with the serve, and this time it stays on this side, and Leah Weber says, I'll get this one.
Yeah,
so
I'll let it come over, then I'll hit it.
Yep, so that was a better play there by Weber, and now the score is 23-11. That was a good spot she found. Sarah Reed with a good serve, and it's going to be hit back there by Eisenhower before it's finally pushed back by Noonan. Set to Eisenhower, and big time hit by Eisenhower, and then it's great. It's saved by Reed. And
good
then
hustle.
Noonan makes a diving play, and Fritcher hits
over. Oh, they
over.
went to that back corner again.
Smart play by the Irish. So the Wildcats were all over the place, running all over the floor, and then the Irish just said,
They went to that back right corner, I guess, the serving corner, and Sarah got a hand on it, but just couldn't keep it in play. So side out.
So that's a serve there by Eisenhower, and spike by Skelton returned by the Wildcats, and they're going to set it to Blunt.
Man, nice hit.
Fritcher. Oh, no, not that one. So she hit the bottom of the net on that one. So got a little antsy, I think. But the score is 23-13 in favor of your Central City Wildcats. The Wildcats would like to close this one out. As I said, we're up 2-0 on the night. Hoping to make it a 3-0 sweep. Natalie Noonan with
nice save by Lily Kramer.
Oh.
You know, sometimes when it's a save like that and people don't think that they're going to save it, they end up standing around watching. They're just like, wow, that was a great save.
Yeah.
And then they're not. I think that's just what. I don't think any of the Wildcats thought she's going to get to it.
And that was a great play there by Kramer. It really was.
But unfortunately, nobody else was ready to hit it over.
So Skelton ends up with the spike on that, and now we have Blunt returning it, and oh, that one hits
Right
on the
here.
Fritcher in the face.
This is I'll
is
tell you
danger.
what, Prince of Peace is not, they're not going away. If you're a Prince of Peace fan, they are battlers, and it's 23-15.
And you have Eisenhower, who is serving for you,
Yeah.
which has been a good deal for
Yep,
them. Good play by Hennick to get it back.
Oh, nice save again there.
Yeah.
Lily's getting those saves, but it just, again, the rest of the Wildcats are like giving up on it. So Prince of Peace has got it to 23-16. Wildcats need to get a side out here, or coaches might have to call a timeout.
I think he thought about it there. Kramer gets it up in the air to Fritcher, and then it goes back to Hennick, and Hennick hits it too deep. Yeah, we're in a little trouble here. It was 23-13.
Lacey just got a little bit in front of that ball and tried to hit it down, but she was just had the ball was too far back behind her. So right now, this is we talked about Sarah being the closer. Well, this is as a team. This is that gut check time. You're up 23. You need 2 points, get a side out, and then a serve, and game's over.
Yeah.
You know, and you're up big, but Prince of Peace just happened in the first game too. They were up down 11-2, and they came back, and you know, we had a big lead here. So you can't. The game's not over till it's over. You can never give up.
No, you can never give up on those.
As far as, you know, just you still got to keep going full force.
So the score here is 23-17, as we've said, and Eisenhower's still up. She's had a real good night for the Irish here. So she served, I believe, 4 or 5 in a row. Eisenhower hits it to Hennick. Hennick up to Fritcher. Fritcher back to Hennick, who taps it over to Moeller, back to Noonan. Weber up in the air. Hennick again, and back to Moeller, and now Hansen hits it. Back to Kramer. Kramer to Fritcher to Weber with a good spike. Back to Hansen, hits it over finally. Fritcher hits it to Skelton, who tries to hit it. Yeah.
Elise just didn't get her shoulders squared up enough to the net. She was facing that sideline just a little too much, and that's just where it was.
So it's 13-28 now. Or sorry, 23-18. Hennick with the spike, and that one's going to go out of bounds. That's what we needed.
There we go.
24-18. Now let's see if Hennick can put it away. She'll be the server here for the Wildcats. Bringing in Eva Owens for Natalie Noonan.
Kind of Lacey's had some key hits for us in this game and had that big hit now, so let's see if she can put it away for the Wildcats.
Good serve there by Hennick. It's hit up in the air by Blunt. Back to Hansen. The Blunt hits it over. Hennick up in the air to Fritcher.
Nice. Elise did it that time. She got that hit.
Finished it.
And knocked it over. That was a nice little quick hit there.
That's a 3-0 win for your Wildcats. That's a good win too. Prince of Peace 6-6 on the year, and they've played a pretty tough schedule looking at their schedule. So, you know, you take a win anytime you can get it, but you definitely love a conference home opener sweep. To start.
Tie for first place with some other teams for
absolutely.
For Tri-Rivers.
So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. We kind of recap some of the scores, I guess.
We'll just give one more shout out here to Next Bank and then we'll talk just real quick, and then go ahead and get going for the night. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And just a recap, Game 1, Wildcats win 25-13. Game 2, Wildcats 25-22. And in Game 3, Wildcats come out on top 25-18. So as you mentioned, Wildcats are going to be 1-0 in the Tri-Rivers Conference right now.
Absolutely. That's a good start.
And their varsity is off this week, and there's a JV tournament, and then the Wildcats will be back in action next week against Marquette on the 19th.
Jalen, tell those girls to start taking the nets down.
So good contest. You said it at the beginning. Be some pretty competitive games, and you were right.
Yeah, they were all good games.
Yeah.
We just were ones that came out on top of those. So
Prince of Peace is they've got some scrappers out there. They got some nice hitters. So it was a good game, good win for the Wildcats, and it was good working with you. And so I think we're just going to go ahead and tell everybody to join us tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at
Football's-
5:30 for the varsity football
yeah,
game. So.
change as time change, so don't look on our thing because we have it at 7, so it's a time change.
Yep, it's
And
on
then-
our calendar, on the school's
Yep.
calendar. It's on 5:30.
And then we'll be back in action with volleyball, I believe, in a couple weeks. I don't think they have a home game next week. So
Right.
we appreciate everybody listening in. Prince of Peace fans, hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we will be back tomorrow night. Go Cats.
Absolutely. Go Cats.